What's going on, guys? It's Jesus here again to bring you another video. Today I'm just going to do a quick kind of description of the new game that I've made on Popup Dungeon called Nuclear Option. It's a story-driven campaign from start to finish. The story is kind of centered around the idea of a nuclear apocalypse, and you are distant from your spouse, and your goal is to find your spouse in the game. And getting there requires a whole bunch of different choices, as well as fighting through levels as well. But it does feature the same health, hunger, thirst system that I had in Plane Crash. If you haven't played Plane Crash yet, I'll link to that one so that you can watch that video as well. It's also available in Popup Dungeon if you'd like to try that out. It's not as strict and focused on that health system as the game Plane Crash is. It's just more kind of loosely thrown into the story of Nuclear Option. So like I said, the Nuclear Option is much more of the story-driven campaign, but it does feature this health system. The health system is essentially you have 100 health when you start the game, and you can lose health. In this particular game, you can lose health through losing battles, and you can also lose health if your hunger gets to 0, or your thirst gets to 0, or fatigue gets to 0. Your hunger can get to 0 if you lose those points over time, and you can regain those points by eating something. And thirst is similar to hunger, except drink water to replenish your thirst. Fatigue also goes down over time. In order to regain fatigue points, you need to sleep. In Plane Crash, that option is available to you every turn. Because Nuclear Option is much more of a story-driven campaign, there are only certain points in the game that you can sleep to regain those fatigue points. So pretty much every chance you get to sleep, you probably want to try to, if you can. There are restrictions on sleeping as well, but that being said, there's also an inventory system that you can work well to manage, these other aspects of your health. So there's food that you can get throughout the game, and that you can purchase from vendors from specific locations. Water, which is the same, you can find that in the world as well as purchasing it from vendors. There's also a small money system that's built into the game as well. You can buy food and water with the money system in the game. So those are some things to consider when you're playing Nuclear Option. I only have one chapter done so far, but it's a pretty in-depth chapter. It'll probably last you about an hour or so of gameplay, maybe a little longer if you really take time to appreciate the story. But I do plan on doing future chapters at some point in the future. It's just a matter of having the time to be able to dedicate to create, a solid story with, the fun aspects that I've added to it as well. In either case, I hope that you enjoy Nuclear Option, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Jesus, and I'll see you guys next time.